Hi guys, just a quick one. The Twitterverse is abuzz. Idaho 4 is trending again, and that is because of a new document release regarding the Bryan Kohberger investigation. Bryan, of course, accused of murdering Xana, Ethan, Kaylee and Maddie on November 13th of last year at their home, 1122 King Road, Moscow, Idaho. You know all that. If you clicked on this video, you know the case. I don't have to go into the backstory. So this new document dump. There's been a few new documents released on redaction that I hadn't seen. So from the 24th, we've got Twitter being served a search warrant for Bryan Kohberger. So Bryan Kohberger had a Twitter account. Interesting. TikTok. So the TikTok accounts of Maddie, Kaylee, Xana. And then we've got Google for Bryan. But that's not the thing that has set the Twitterverse alive. And it relates to this document. The state of Idaho, by and through Latah County Prosecuting Attorney's Office, and respectfully gives notice to court and counsel that the state has become aware of potential Brady Giglio material related to one of the officers involved in the above referenced case. That material in the form of a confidential internal affairs investigation is hereby submitted in camera to the court. The state intends to disclose this information to the defendant's counsel, but because this information is confidential and exempt from public disclosure pursuant to this Idaho Code, personal records, the state respectfully prays for the issuance of a protective order pursuant to Idaho criminal blah de blah de blah. So it relates to an officer on the case. So it could be as serious as an officer falsifying information, which would be dreadfully convenient for the defence because they will make a massive play on that. Or it could be something a little bit more minor. I say minor, but you know, anything where there's a problem with an officer on the case is potentially not minor, but it could be something to do with the officer's personal affairs. You know, it's contraindicated to the way that the case is going to progress. And I'm reading here from Fox News. Latah County prosecutors notified a judge this week that they are disclosing potential Brady Giglio material relating to an officer. Brady material refers to the information that could potentially be exculpatory for the defendant. You know, Bryan did say he was going to be exonerated, but sorry, Bryan, it may not come to that. Meaning it could prove his or her innocence. So things like falsifying documents, falsifying evidence, that's absolutely within that category. But it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that it is that. Giglio material pertains to information that could impeach the credibility of a witness, in this case an officer who worked on Kohberger's case. The relevant material is in the form of a confidential internal affairs investigation related to this particular officer. Now, we don't know who this officer is. We don't know if it was someone who's put together the probable cause affidavit or just somebody who was working there as part of the... It could be somebody on the fringes. Right, could be somebody on the fringes of the case, we don't know. Judge Megan Marshall granted a protective order that was requested by the prosecutors to shield the material from public view. Naima Rahmani, a former federal prosecutor and president of West Coast Trial Lawyers, explained that the relevant material could be related to officers' misconduct in Kohberger's case, or it could be information about a specific officer's past. that impeaches their credibility as a witness. And because this is a potential death penalty case, they don't want to take any chances of the defence digging something up about a particular officer who might be called as a witness in some way, shape or form. They don't want that, so they're nipping all of that in the bud. It could be something like that. It could be something that the prosecution's going to disclose now to prevent further problems in the future. It could be anything, Romani told Fox News Digital. It could be beating his wife. It could be driving fast when he's pulled over, pulling out his badge when he shouldn't. It could be smoking weed. Because the judge approved the protective order, the relevant material cannot be made public to Kohberger's defence attorneys. So we can't see it, but neither, at the moment, can his defence attorneys. Prosecutors are disclosing the material because 2 Supreme Court cases, Brady v Maryland and Giglio v United States, obligate them to do so, but also because they are likely to seek the death penalty and want to avoid any issues on appeal, Romani said. In the prosecution's case, you're thinking ahead. Okay, I got a strong case, so it could mean they've got a strong case and they don't want anything minor, like an officer smoking weed and, you know, an officer speeding and being found out. They don't want something so minor and irrelevant, quite frankly, to jeopardise this case in any way, because otherwise their case is so strong. So disclose everything. And if it's something like that, I'm with them. Absolutely 100%. Kohberger's not yet entered a plea, could face execution, is convicted. He even could face a firing squad, as we talked about in a video recently. So let me know what you think in the comments below about this, and I'll see you in the next video.